Hi everyone, it's me, it's Laura, and today I have a guest design team project to share with you for Tresors Deluxe, which is Lucy's store, and I will have a link to not only her channel but her store and all her information in the description box below. Now, before I share my project with you guys, as many of my subscribers may or may not know, I have not made a video in a good 2.5 weeks. Um, I had some health issues, and I had a really bad fall, and I suffered some wrist and finger injuries. And then shortly after that, I had an eye injury as well, and the eye took forever to heal. The hand and the wrist and the back are feeling a lot better, but the eye took forever. And for that, I apologize deeply to Lucy. I did make two projects for the month of January. However, due to my injury and not being able to craft for the last 2 weeks, I didn't make the initial project that I wanted to make for you, Lucy, but I sure hope that this makes you happy as well. I sat up all night because um, I didn't want to go back on my agreement. And, though things do happen in life and people do get sick and hurt, and just life happens, especially when you have kids, I still hold my obligations that I make, or my promises that I make to people, I take them very seriously. And I don't like to, if I can possibly avoid disappointing someone, I surely try to do that. I know it's not always within our capabilities or scope to do that, but I do try. So I'm sorry this is late, but thank goodness I did get it done. And I'll chat some more about that, guys, and I'll keep you, my friends and my subscribers, better informed. I just didn't want to do it on my DT project video. So let me share with you guys. Let me move my sign that Miss Chital made for me. I just love my little sign. She's so cute. So let me move her over and share with you what I made. Now, I had, since I could not craft because I had sprained these two fingers. Um, and I don't know if you can see the dent on this one. I took the brace off before I was supposed to, but I had sprained these two fingers and my wrist. And I don't have um, full mobility yet, but I've been managing to do what I can with it anyways. But it does kind of still get stiff and it hurts. And of course, I have ink all over my fingers. In any case, so I not having good eyesight or a good left hand, um, I decided about 3 weeks ago to email some friends of mine. And since I couldn't craft and since I couldn't um, do the things I wanted to do, I thought it would be a great time, since it was the beginning of the year, to email a whole bunch of my friends and just um, ask them to answer some questions, update my friendship book, and just update some addresses, put some personal information. You know how that goes. Um, my older friends and friends that I've known for years, I didn't have to ask them because I already knew. But I have a lot of new friends that I made in the year 2013 and so far this year, and I just wanted to get to know a little bit more about them, and I wanted to have it somewhere handy. So I decided that I would update my friendship book. So when um, when I sent out the email to everyone and I got my responses back, shortly after that was when my eye gave out. And so I had to go back to the eye doctor, and he told me I had to stay away from the computer and light and such for the next 2 weeks. That was a bummer. So um, I finally was able to get on the computer again, but he said again that I could, but only for a few hours a day, not more than 2 hours a day. So I went into my emails and I saw that a lot of my friends were responding back with answering some of those questions. And when I saw that, I thought that's what I'm going to make. I am going to make myself a friendship book because the book that I have, I'm not even going to show it to you guys. It's so embarrassing. It looks a horrid mess. I've had it for 4 years. It's a teeny little thing. It's a little spiral book, and I never decorated it, and and it's quite old. It's not even the same color of what I bought. So I decided to make something for myself, and I wanted to have a place where I can keep all the people that I love and all my friends and a family as well in one specific place. So that got me to think that that's what I'm going to do for my DG project for Tresors Deluxe. I decided to make a friendship book. And so this is what I made. Now, this book happened to be one of, I'm sorry, you guys, if I keep moving my hand, it's just that I tend to forget that it's still kind of, I'm not supposed to be using it. So I move it sometimes a certain way and it still hurts like heck. Um, both of my hands actually. So please excuse my fingers and my hands. So yeah, getting back to the book. This was gifted to me by a dear sweet friend of mine that I've known for quite some time here on YouTube. Her name is Louise, and she's Mama JT4. And she had gifted this book to me along with a few other things, and it's a journal book. And I was going to use it as a personal diary book, but then I changed my mind when I started updating my friend's book, my friendship book, as I call it. So I took, and it's basically one of the regular journal books. I don't know if you guys remember when they were selling them in Michael's. They were the black and white books with the initials. For instance, if it was a J, you would have 20,000 little J's and all kinds of different fonts. And if it was an L, you see lots of L. Well, she bought the one with the L for me. I'm sorry, I can't even hold this book up. My hand hurts. So, maybe if I put it like this. Okay, maybe if I hold it like this. Um, yeah, so she picked the book up and she sent it to me in a rack. And I've loved the book. I know I wanted to do something with the book for quite some time. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. So I decided to make myself a friendship book, meaning all the addresses in this book and information will be about my friends here on YouTube. And then I'm going to make a separate one from family members. I was going to put them both together, but then I decided no. This one is just going to be from my YouTube familia. So let me share with you what exactly I did. As I said, the book was one of those regular journal books that you get at Joann's, and I'll show you the inside in a moment. I took some heart paper that I had in my stash, and guys, I am really sorry because I don't know the name of that paper. Maybe someone out there will recognize it. I've had it um, in my stash forever. And again, please excuse the blue fingers. I was just working on some flowers shortly before making this video. But that's the paper here. And basically, I wrapped it around the whole book. And I had used my Eileen's tacky glue for that. I needed some wet glue that wouldn't dry so quickly, just so that I can move it and mold it and shape it. And that's basically what I did. Once I covered the book and it was wet, I just kept rubbing it into the bind here. And then I would open the book several times just to give it that good crease and to let the paper go in so that when you open it on a daily basis, it won't be strained and the paper won't crack. Another nice tip is that if you feel comfortable in doing it, which I do because I know basically how much water to put now, I have a little water bottle here like so, and I just spritz right here very lightly, not to make it wet at all, and then I also mold it and shape it, and then when it dries to that perfect shape. So that's the paper, and then what I did was this. Oh, let me get my little variety out. This right here, this trim right here, I just glued that all the way around the book here, and this beautiful heart trim, and I don't know if you guys can see that trim, is from Luxe store, which I find one of my favorite trims of all. It has this beautiful hanging hearts. You can just do so much with this. You can, and then it has, this is all one piece, guys. I just put this piece here. It's almost like netting. So you can leave it by itself or you could fill it in with stuff up here too. And then I'll show you that in the front of the book what I did. So to the front of the book, on top of that, I added some flat back white pearls, and I believe these might be 8 millimeter. And then underneath that, I have this silver heart mesh bling, which I cut a strip of. And that bling is from my stash. I actually picked that up on eBay. And I just cut it into a very long strip. And this is what that looks like. And so I just cut it like down to that. Excuse me, guys. And that's what this strip of bling is. And there was so much space between here and here that I thought that would fit very nicely in there. And since this is a book of my sweethearts, I decided to do it all in hearts. So the paper's in hearts, the ribbon, this beautiful lace trim here is hearts, my mesh bling is full of hearts, and then I added these two beautiful flowers that I also received in my DT package from Lucy, from her shop, from Tresors Deluxe. And I don't know if you guys can tell on camera. And I'm really sorry, guys, if the lighting is not good. I actually purposely put my camera and my PC on less than 50% brightness because of my eyes. So I'm hoping these colors show through well. But this actually has like the gold vintagey distress on the almost like a leaf gold look to it on the leaves and the flowers. And what I did was I put two flowers here, and then I put three here, and then over here at the end of the flowers I have a piece of this heart trim applique, and I wanted to kind of make it look like it was a bow. You know, the bow and arrow? Well, not the bow, the arrow. Oh, Laura. The arrow was going through the heart. And I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it's supposed to be like that. And then the bottom piece is supposed to be the arrowhead. So, yeah, that was me being silly. And here I have this beautiful, and this is one of my favorite things that I saw in Lucy's shop. I had never seen these before. These are the little rosebud trims, but it's shaped in a beautiful big heart. And guys, this heart is very, very big. It took the whole front of the book. This heart measures 5.25 inches wide, and that's just the width. So then to this, and this is also from Lucy's shop, Tresors Deluxe, and she has these in light pink, red, and dark pink, and I believe also in white, and I just love it. I love how it looks like tons of rosebuds, and I love the fact that it's made out of material because it feels so super nice. I might have to put the book down for a minute. Um, I just love, love, love the lushness of it. And so I glued that down to the front of the book. In the center of that, I have one of her little heart appliques that's embroidered. I also put that in the middle. I have some more of her heart lace applique trim. Again, some more of the mesh bling and some pearls in the front. Now, I didn't put the pearls in the back because then when I lay it down flat, I felt it would just rock way too much. And so I only put them in the front. To the side here, and I don't know if you can see this. Let me undo this. This is actually another piece of applique from another one of her trims that she sells in her store. And let me share with you what that looks like. That's, and I think this is my favorite of all her lace trims. That's this one right here. And it's ginormous and it's big and beautiful. And what I did was I cut that apart and I tucked that piece underneath. This is actually three different pieces that I glued together. I tucked that bow part underneath the heart, and then I don't know if you guys can see that I added another piece of the heart applique here. Then I glued the two flower pieces together, and I added another piece of the heart applique here, so that this and this were glued on top of each other, and then this was glued underneath there, underneath the heart. And then I just added a crystal flower with some bling in the center. I added some flat back pearls. I cut apart one of the silver hearts in the mesh bling and put it in the center of the applique heart piece that I cut off that trim. And then to the back, I hot glued a magnet in between the ribbon and the heart. And at the ends, I also glued another flat back pearl. And then back here, I have another magnet here. And this is another piece of that trim that I glued going across. And I added some of these flat back pearls, a teardrop flat back pearl. To the binding of the book, I also added another piece of that trim, and that's this one right here. I cut it apart and I glued this one up here and this one over here. And then I also glued another piece around, which was the bow. So I cut apart the flower. I added a flower here, and then this bow piece, I cut it apart and I added that there, and I added a little heart bling to that as well. So, and then I just brought it around to the front and then just glued it down. And then the magnet keeps it in place. And that's the back of it. So again, Lucy, I hope you like how I decorated the book using your beautiful trims, your beautiful heart rosé. I don't know what they call these. I call them rosé flowers because they look like little roses. And the appliques that you sent me, as well as the flowers. I have truly, truly enjoyed working with your projects. And with your projects, I am so sorry, with your products. I am so in love with your trims from your store, and it was so much fun and a much needed friendship book. So I'm so happy I made the book after all, and I'm so happy that the idea came to me due to me not being able to craft for a moment or two. So I hope you guys like it. Again, I'm so sorry it took me so long to load this video, Lucy, but I did make it before the end of the month. And I encourage all you ladies and gentlemen who are watching, please check out Lucy's store. I will have a link to her store in the description box below. It's called Tresors Deluxe. And I kid you not, she has some of the most amazing trims. and just she has a little bit of everything. You really have to go check out her store. Yeah, so that's my project. Um, a much needed friendship book. Now I have to go and put all the info. Oh, I forgot to share with you the inside. Now I didn't do anything to the inside at all, but I did want to share with you that I can open the book, which is why I made sure to use that wet glue. And you see, it's just a plain notebook. And now I will put all my friends' addies and information, their likes and dislikes, and a few, like I said, a few of my friends had to answer a questionnaire of mine over the last couple of weeks. And I got most of my girls answering back so far. So yeah, that's it. I know I chatted a lot, guys. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm out of practice with my videos. I've been away only 2 weeks and it feels like 2 years. So anyway, guys, go out, check out Lucy's store. Thank you all for watching. And like I said, I have a lot more chit chat to go over, a lot more projects to share, some information to share. So stay tuned for those. And have a blessed day, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.